A season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history. Great moments are earned here. Play like a champion. Welcome to the NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships on NET.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2013 NSAA Boys Basketball Tournament. And this afternoon in the Class C1 Championship, it's the Boone Central Newman Grove Cardinals taking on the Wahoo Warriors. And hello again, everybody. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Husker Andy Markowski. Great to have you with us as we get set to crown 3 more champions in the evening and afternoon session here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Kicking off in Class C1, the Wahoo Warriors, Boone Central Newman Grove. First ever trip for the Cardinals. Wahoo Newman, of course, they've been here once or twice. Let's start out with the Cardinals.
Well, I think this is a very intriguing game. If you look at how each team plays defensively, they're going to be very different. Boone Central needs to play their 2-3 matchup and control the dribble penetration from Wahoo. On the other end, Boone Central needs to handle Wahoo's 1-3-1 defense. Look for three-point field goal percentage being a factor, but you can't fall in love with a three-point shot. You do have the advantage inside with the senior Bo Brimner at 6'6", will have a significant size advantage over Wahoo. For Wahoo, as I mentioned, they're going to live in a 1-3-1 defense. They're going to use it to get active traps, try to generate steals, getting them into offense. And they have 2 very good guards. And Abbott had 30 points in the semifinals, and also Ben Sheep averages 13 points per game. So those 2 drivers for Wahoo versus the 2-3 zone. How Boone Central handles the 1-3-1 zone of Wahoo. Very intriguing. I think this is going to be a tremendous game.
Wahoo looking for an undefeated season and yet another state championship. Class C1 state championship is coming up next on NET. It's Boone Central Newman Grove taking on Wahoo next on NET.
Texting, turn it off. If driving isn't worth your full attention, what is? A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
High school's almost over. Now what? I wish I knew what to do, or even what I can do. I know I want something more. Something I can be proud of. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Our Class C1 matchup is just about to get underway. So right now we're going to go to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger, to introduce the national anthem.
The Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools welcome you to the 2013 NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships. The NSAA is proud to recognize its corporate sponsors, U.S. Bank, U.S. Cellular, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Farmers Insurance, the United States Air Force, and Baden Sports. And now to honor our nation, please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem this afternoon will be Carly Cabrera, a junior from Pawnee City High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the red
And now, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the 2013 Class C1 State Championship game. Today's game features the Boone Central Newman Grove Cardinals versus the Warriors of Wahoo High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Boone Central Newman Grove Cardinals. Number 4, Pierce Koch. Number 10, Colton Pelster. Number 20, Wyatt Mazur. Number 24, Zach Glidden. Number 30, Travis Kennedy. Number 34, Austin Zuha. Number 40, Luke Johnson. Number 44, Halleck Lehman. And number 50, Alex Hayes. And now the non-starters for the home team, the Wahoo Warriors. Number 11, Cole Peterson. Number 15, Jake Shee. Number 21, Preston Raymond. Number 24, Josh Langmeyer. Number 30, Jake Wilson. Number 31, Brandon Zatoka. Number 32, Trevor Hedges. Number 34, Dalton Lamprecht. And number 42, Colin Nedrikal. And now the starting lineup for the Boone Central Newman Grove Cardinals. 5'11" junior, number 2, Carter Johnson. A 6'2" senior, number 12, Hunter Henry. A 5'10" junior, number 14, Derek Gentra. A 6'1" junior, number 22, Tyler Hedlund. And a 6'7" senior, number 42, Bo Bremer. Head coach for the Cardinals is Dan Zuha, assisted by Matt Rudloff, Roger Gentrum, and Arnie Johnson. And now, the starting lineup for the Wahoo Warriors. A 6'2" junior, number 3, Ben Shee. A 5'10" senior, number 4, Brooke Stewart. A 6'1" senior, number 5, Jonathan Abbott. A 5'10" senior, number 23, Tyler Caban. And a 5'10" senior, number 25, Quinn McGill. Head coach for the Warriors is Kevin Chief, assisted by Mike Bomar, Mark Kaminsky, Alex Shada, Dan Waddle, and Pat Harrington. Today's game officials are Tim Higgins, Brian Druppy, and Doug Stevenson. The bench official is Willie Beeman. And now, gentlemen, let's play basketball!
It's all ready to go here at the Class C1 State Championship. Boone Central Newman Grove taking on Wahoo. BCNG from Albion, Nebraska. Boone Central. Newman Grove also right there at 23-6. And Wahoo, the Warriors coming from, obviously, Wahoo. They are undefeated at 28-0. Wahoo knocking off Lincoln Christian and Wayne to get here to this state championship. In the first round, BCNG beat Kearney Catholic, and then Kimball by 20 in the semifinal. Should be a good one here this afternoon to kick off our afternoon session. There's Dan Zuha in his 18th year, 5th as head coach at BCNG, part of the Cardinal program. First ever trip to the state championship game for not only Coach Zuha, but also for Battle Creek Newman Grove. There's a look at Kevin Sheath, 12th year at Wahoo. Everybody knows about the history of Wahoo and the Warriors down here at State. They are looking for an undefeated season, 28-0 coming in, and looking for their first title since 1998. It's been a while. They were runner-up last year, losing to Boys Town in this the championship game. Underway here in the C1 title game, BCNG controls. Cardinals with the ball. There's that 1-3-1 pressure already causing trouble for the Cardinals. And a hold underneath. Foul called on Ben Sheaf of Wahoo.
That's where Boone Central has an advantage. You want to split the top guy, the 1-3-1 with the 2-guard front, look to get the ball to the corner, and then try to pound it onto the block. And obviously Bremner at 6'6" gives them an advantage, which is back to the basket.
3 on the way by Hunter Henry. And Henry knocks down the first tray of the game. Cardinals on top early.
And that's the spot where you'll get 3-point shots against their 1-3-1, is in the right and left corners. Here's the 2-3 matchup from Boone Central, trying to contain the dribble drive of Wahoo.
Ball movement by the Warriors, stripped away, and the turnover on the Warriors.
Really good 2-guard front.
3 on the way by Gentry. Derek Gentry. Back-to-back threes for the Cardinals, off to a good start.
I mentioned I thought 3-point field goal percentage was going to be important. Starting 2 for 2 sure makes it easier. A nice start by Boone Central.
The drive with the block in the middle by Bo Brimmer. You'll see that presence of a 6'7" center. Kicked outside. Kavan. Dishes off. Abbott's shot is off, and now the Cardinals will push.
Hardest thing to play a 1-3-1 is to get from offense and get your defense set. Wahoo does a tremendous job of sprinting back to their spots, know where the ball is.
Ball goes inside to Brimmer. Brimmer draws the foul on Jonathan Abbott. So 2 quick fouls for the Wahoo Warriors, and that will send Brimmer to the line. Brimmer, a senior, averaging just over 10 a game.
You have to give Coach Zuha and his staff credit when you come off a semifinal game and you maybe haven't played against a 1-3-1 in either of your Thursday or Friday game. There's a replay. And going back to giving them credit, they've done a really nice job of spreading Wahoo's zone, starting with 2 3-pointers, and now you get your post guy a touch. So 3 really productive first 3 possessions for Boone Central.
Good dish underneath. Sheaf with the move under the basket, draws the foul on Bo Brimmer. That will put Ben Sheaf at the line.
A nice job of driving the middle of that zone, forcing Brimmer to help up, dropping underneath, and as he tries to help and recover behind him, never got in position to block the shot and committed the foul.
Sheaf, a 6'2" junior, knocks down the second of 2. The Warriors now on the board. Off the hand of Boone Central, and it will go to the Warriors. Gentrup trying to gather it back in, and it goes off of Gentrup and out. Into the game for Wahoo is Jake Sheaf. Jake, a 6'2" sophomore, averages 9 a game, part of that regular rotation of Coach Kevin Sheaf. And here's Jake with it. Out of Ben Sheaf, drives baseline. And the travel called on Sheaf.
And Wahoo's doing a decent job of attacking on the drive versus settling for jump shots. That's unfortunately for them, they traveled that possession, but really nice looking to drive versus settling for 3-point shots. Central, you can see the two-guard front. Pass fakes really work well against that 1-3-1. You have to try to get the defense to move.
Kicks it outside. Another three on the way is long. Wahoo now into their offense. Chief drives, kicks it back to McGill. McGill misses, gets his own board. Back up. Tipped around, and the foul will be called on Tyler Hedlund, going after the loose ball. So Hedlund picks up his first. One more look.
Once again, Sheaf does that move along the baseline, creates a void in the zone. Credit Brimner for being able to rotate over and save a basket. Fortunately for Boone Central, they couldn't secure the rebound, commit the foul.
Driving by Sheaf. Trying to tie him up. Three on the way by Stewart. Banks it in from the top of the free throw. First field goal made by Wahoo. Took nearly 4 minutes. Goes inside, now kick back out. Loose ball on the ground. Cardinals keep it. Foul on the inside called on Jake Wilson. Wilson now in the game, the 6'4" senior. Wyatt Mazur, Travis Kennedy into the game for Boone Central Newman Grove.
Boone Central has an emphasis of getting the ball into Brimner.
Another three-pointer by Derek Gentrup, his second. So Gentrup 2 for 2 from outside the arc. And extends that lead back to 5 at 9-4.
When you have offensive balance, when you have the ability to knock in threes, plus you have Brimner in the post, you become very difficult to defend because Wahoo can't cheat. They have to protect the post, but then still get out on three-point shooters. Right now, Boone Central, 3 threes.
Good drive by Kavan. Tyler Kavan. The putback by Sheaf.
Really nice job of attacking the gap of the zone again. Forced a help situation, which created a weak side offensive rebound.
Drive kicked outside. Three tipped away that time. Good block by Jake Sheaf. Now ahead to Kavan, who loses it, and a foul will be called on Wyatt Mazur. Back in now for Wahoo is Quinn McGill. One more look.
Looks like Missouri kind of reached around, which forced the loose ball. You see Wahoo's really looking to drive.
Back up by McGill, and he's fouled. Well, Quinn McGill with the rebound goes up strong.
They're going to give that foul on Brimmer. Kind of swipe down. Try to keep your hands straight up versus coming down. And that's a big foul.
Second foul on the 6'7" senior Bo Brimmer. So into the game now for Brimmer comes Derek Gentrup. Here's Quinn McGill. Nine-7 now Cardinals.
And we'll see if Wahoo will extend this 1-3-1 again a little bit with Brimmer on the bench, knowing that you may not have a worry about the post.
Three is off. Sheaf brings it up the floor. Drive by Sheaf. Lost it, goes off of Sheaf and to the Cardinals. With a turnover on the Warriors. Back in for Wahoo now comes Jake Sheaf.
Warriors, number 15, Jake Sheaf.
And Jake Wilson will take a seat. 2 minutes to go here. First period action. Boone Central Newman Grove on top, 9-7.
You can try to attack the little elbow seams in between the wing and the guard up top.
Three buried by Pierce Pope. Pope with the three-pointer. All of the points for Boone Central have come from outside the arc. I'm going to say until right there, but still, all 12 from three-point range. And that goes off of John Abbott and out of bounds, so it will go back to the Cardinals. 4 for 7 from three-point range are the Cardinals here early on. Gentrup 2 for 2. Threes also by Cope and Henry.
The Boone Central is doing a really nice job of spreading the zone. You can see the two shooters are in the corners. Two guards are up top, trying to create passing angles.
Foul called on Tyler Cavan. So Cavan picks up his first personal. Fourth team foul on Wahoo. Carter Johnson back into the game now for Tyler Headland for the Cardinals.
Boone Central is attacking the weakness of the 1-3-1, which are wing to corner threes. Shooting a high percentage, 4 for 7. Going to bode well for them having a chance to win this C1 state title.
Taken away by Ben Sheaf. Sheaf dishes it off to Jake Sheaf, who lays it in. Wahoo really wants to use their quickness both offensively and defensively. Good drive. Nice move to the bucket goes Gentrup. 14-9. Three-pointer is off. And we are at the end of one here in the Class C1 State Championship. It's been a barrage from three-point range that's led the Cardinals to a 14-9 lead.
For others, it may have just been a summer job. But for me, it was training. Now I'm an Air Force pararescueman, and my job is to save lives. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
You know, many years ago when I was about 8 years old, I got the opportunity to watch a box turtle behind my house lay her eggs. And watching that turtle go through all that effort, it just piqued my curiosity and I wanted to learn more and read more. My entire job is science. I want children to get connected with science and utilize the technology and the engineering abilities because each one of us has the ability to change the world.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, Class C1 State Championship, Boone Central Newman Grove, Wahoo Warriors. This NSAA championship game also being carried live online. Available on your computer, tablet, smartphone, or just go to netnebraska.org/sports and enjoy all of the championship action.
Boone Central is going back with Bremner with 2 fouls. Obviously, Coach Zuha trusts his senior to play smart, not pick up that 3rd foul.
Enforcer of that 2-3 outside. The shot Three-pointer good by Brooke Stewart.
Really nice execution by Wahoo out of the quarter timeout. Kind of did reversals, popped the shooter to the ball side block, and then popped him to the corner. Wide open three, knocked it in.
Shot is off, rebound by John Abbott. Abbott will push tempo. Kavan with it. Ball movement over to McGill. McGill with a nice smooth jumper in the lane. Great athlete is McGill. He'll play baseball next year at Nebraska. Use him right now. They lost today again, right?
Yeah, doubleheader, lost the first 2-1. I think the second game was in the later innings, still scoreless.
Top of the sixth, in fact, as it popped up on our screen. Foul inside. And a foul is called on Ben Sheaf. That's his second personal. And that will put Brimmer at the line. Brimmer, 2-year starter. 3-year letter winner for Boone Central Newman Grove. Ben Sheaf will take a seat. Jake Wilson back in. He's a big guy. All-state football as a senior. Not just 6'7", but good frame on him as well. All even at 14. Just underway here. Second period action. C1 state championship.
Wahoo's going to kind of a 3-out around a high post and low post against this 2-3 matchup.
Stewart's three-pointer is off, then it goes off the hand of Wilson. Cardinals will keep it.
There's the replay. Wilson unable to secure the offensive rebound. Here comes Boone Central staying in their 2-1-2 set. Looking to Brimmer's moving up, looking to screen the top of the zone. Another way to tackle 1-3-1. Screen the defenders. Wahoo does such a great job of executing their 1-3-1. They know where each other's going to be. They know what they need to take away.
Good drive and the bucket by Tyler Hedlund. Hedlund with a nice take, and he gets the bucket. Back up by 2.
Really nice job by Hedlund, knowing he wasn't going to be able to get all the way to the rim for the layup. Pulled up and shot that little bank shot short of the lane.
Wilson, after he lost it, goes hard after it. Great effort. And a jump ball. Possession arrow heads to the Cardinals.
Good hustle, kind of a scramble play. Every possession matters in state finals. You want to maximize your team's possessions. Boone Central has really played at a high level offensively. 55% so far to start the game from the floor, 4-7 from the 3. Normally you see some jitters and offenses are a little slow to get going, but Boone Central certainly come out of the gates scoring when they've had the opportunities.
Good ball movement here by the Cardinals. Wide open 3. Off the back, tipped around. Long rebound out to Hedlund. They get Gentrup, and Gentrup on the drive. Rebound, Strong back up. And Brimmer on the jump ball, and it goes to Wahoo.
Yeah, I think Brimmer wishes he had both of those back. Just unfortunate, really nice job of getting in position for the first one. Missed it, and then second one, these new composite balls, the ball material is a lot more sticky than when I played, and you see that happen quite a bit of games. They'll just get caught right in the corner of the rim of the backboard and just kind of grab there. Jump ball goes back to Wahoo.
(16-14). Boone Central took an early 9-2 lead. Jump shot is off by by Wilson. Jindrop into the lane. The jumper off. Sheep with the rebound. Foul called on Wyatt Mazur. Second personal foul for Mazur. Back into the game now for the Cardinals is Pierce Cope, as both McGill and Jake Sheaf go to the bench for Wahoo.
And Coach Sheaf is coming back with Ben Sheaf, which has 2 fouls. Interesting, both Brimmer and Sheaf with 2 fouls.
Travel called on Ben Sheaf.
As a coach, when you hear that whistle, when your better players have 2 fouls, you just cringe, thinking that they call a foul or a charge, and that time it was just a violation on Sheaf on the travel.
Wahoo with its 7th turnover already here in half number 1. Boone Central Newman Grove doing a much better job protecting the ball. They have just 2 turnovers. Off the miss. Off the foot of Pierce Coke and out of bounds.
I look for Coach Zuha and Coach Sheaf to probably start doing some offensive and defensive substitutions here to try to protect their big players from fouls, picking up that 3rd foul.
The timeout called by Dan Zuha and Boone Central Newman Grove. Good time for you as we take this quick break to log on to Facebook.com/NET Sports and become a fan. You can leave questions, comments, see what's happening behind the scenes, plus find out what's coming up next on NET Sports. It's fast, fun, and easier than ever to be part of your statewide network. Just go to Facebook.com/NET Sports. It'd be great if you liked us and sent us a message, maybe continue the conversation online. Talk about this state championship game between the Cards and the Warriors, as the Cardinals look for their first ever state championship. Warriors haven't won one since 1998. After that terrific run they had in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, winning it in 88, 89, 90, 91, 93, 94, just a terrific run. Back inside, Ben Sheaf drives in. Big block by Brimmer inside, picked up by Sheaf. Thought about going right back at him. 3 on the way by Stewart is off. The rebound pulled down by Travis Kennedy.
It's a very low possession game. So you look at turnovers, missed free throws. Those will be stats to keep an eye on as this game unfolds.
Kicked around, the drive by Tyler Headland. Double dribble called on Headland, so the turnover, just the 3rd of the game for Boone Central Newman Grove. Wahoo right now having a difficult time finding the bottom of the basket. Got 4+ minutes without a field goal.
Boone Central extends into a 1-2-2. Full court pressure, then they'll drop back into their 2-3 matchup from that. This really slows the tempo down. Wahoo's not been able to really attack their full court pressure. They've been able to break it without turning it over, but then they have to settle in and execute against the 2-3 matchup at Boone Central. You can see Boone Central how they communicate. They'll start pointing, trying to get people matched up versus just playing an area.
Nice drive, good take, and the bucket. Jonathan Abbott.
All Brimmer could do is just rotate over and stay straight up. Certainly didn't want to challenge that at the rim to risk a 3rd foul.
Even here at 16. Drive and kick. Cope, another 3. Here's Cope, also 2 for 2 outside the arc.
A really great play by Jindrop, setting it up with that baseline drive. Weak side shooter slid to the corner, delivered a great pass right in the shooting pocket to go into the jump shot.
Three on the way from Devon is off.
A lot of times passing is overlooked. If that would have been a bad pass where they have to move, reach above their head, sometimes it takes a shooter out of their rhythm. Trying to deliver it right into the shooting pocket, into the shot. I look at Indiana right now, college basketball as being one of the best passing teams. And I think part of that is they shoot a really high percentage from the three-point line because they deliver great passes to each other.
Good, strong take. Bucket by Abbott. His second consecutive strong move to the basket. Wahoo back within one.
And that's what foul trouble does to a big center shot blocker in Brimmer. It just nullifies his aggressiveness, his size, his shot blocking ability. It allows those voids to be in his zone. Wahoo's used it twice to get to the rim for layups.
Coke's three is off. It goes off of Boone Central and out. Back to Wahoo. Inside a minute to go. Here's that strong take by John Abbott.
They're going to play college football at Briar Cliff. Just very explosive, very quick. Obviously, still a very good basketball player. Got 30 in the semifinals.
Right.
If you can score 30 points, you may be entertained playing football and basketball at Briar Cliff.
Will drive high off the glass. First lead of the game for Wahoo. 20-19, inside 40 seconds to go. Cardinals will slow it and look for a final shot. Cardinals got off to that hot start, hitting their first three three-pointers. They're 5 of 10 from three-point range.
Start attacking. 12 to 15 seconds. Like I said, you want to take the shot with 3 or 4 seconds. You still have that opportunity to always get a rebound, put back.
5 left. Pass inside and a hard foul on Bo Brimmer. So that will put Brimmer at the line. Foul on Kavan. That's his second personal foul.
Gentrup has made a lot of really nice plays against that zone defense.
Back into the game comes Jake Wilson. And now Brimmer back to the line. Brimmer struggled thus far from the line, 0 for 5, and he finally gets one to go. All even at 20. Last second shot on its way, and misses. We are where we started. We're at halftime. Wahoo, Boone Central, Newman Grove. All even at 20 apiece. Quick start by the Cardinals. Warriors steady in that 1-3-1, looking for opportunity. A couple of good takes by Jonathan Abbott, and we're all even at 20. And now with the head coach, Dan Zuha, let's go over to Brandon Axelman.
Coach, you're going into halftime time 2020 with undefeated Wahoo. How have you liked how your team's performed so far?
Well, I think our effort's really good. I think our defense is where it needs to be. We're getting a lot of touches, I think, on defense. Rebounding could be a little bit better. We need to make sure we concentrate on that during halftime here and throughout the second half. But overall, I think the effort's great. Kids are playing where they need to play, and it's kind of what we expected.
Coach, 15 of your 20 points have come from three-pointers. Are you going to continue to just let it fly in the second half? You're going to work the ball a little bit more inside?
Well, our philosophy is to get the ball inside out, so we'll see. You can't, hamstring somebody if they're feeling it, so we're just going to see what happens here in the second half. And if it looks like we need to do something different, we will. But the kids are playing right now on instinct. They're just doing the things that we taught them a little bit, but they're doing what we thought they should do.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Hey, thanks a lot.
All right, thanks very much, Brandon. We are at halftime of the C1 State Championship game. All even at 20. We'll be back in Devaney in just a minute.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
NET Sports coverage of the 2013 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. And by the Aurora Cooperative, innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities. Halftime of the Class C1 State Championship. We're even at 20. Boone, Central, Newman, Grove, and Wahoo. Now time for some honors to be presented. And for that, let's go over to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger.
Presentation this evening. Believers and Achievers is a statewide program designed by U.S. Bank and the NSAA to give recognition to Nebraska's future leaders. We have 10 Nebraska high school seniors who have demonstrated academic excellence and a commitment to good citizenship. For their involvement in school and community projects, U.S. Bank and the NSAA would like to honor the Believers and Achievers who are with us today. Presenting the Believers and Achievers Awards will be U.S. Bank Representative Jeff McEwen and NSAA Board Chairman Dr. Bob Resnicek of Boys Town. Our first recipient is Nick Behrens of Johnson Brock High School. Nick is a straight-A student who participates in football, basketball, baseball, play production, and speech. He has earned NSAA, NCPA academic all-state honors in football, basketball, baseball, and speech. Nick has earned all-state honors in football and was a member of Johnson Brock's 2011 and 2012 NSAA Class C2 Boys State Basketball Championship qualifying teams. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Behrens. Bailey Bond of Clarkson High School. Bailey is a 4.0 student who participates in volleyball, basketball, play production, speech, and music. She has earned NSAA, NCPA academic all-state honors in volleyball and basketball. Bailey received an Outstanding Performance Award for her acting at the 2009 NSAA Class D1 State Play Production Championships as Clarkson won the state title. Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey Bond. Next is Abigail Bernheide of Beatrice High School. Abigail is a 3.82 student who participates in cross-country, swimming and diving, and music. She's a 3-time NSAA NCPA academic all-state honoree in cross-country and a state swimming and diving qualifier. Abigail has received excellent ratings for orchestral duet at the NSAA District Music Contest and is president of the National Honor Society. Ladies and gentlemen, Abigail Bernheide. Russell Heitman of Thayer Central High School. Russell carries a 3.88 GPA while participating in cross-country, basketball, golf, speech, play production, and music. He received NSAA NCPA academic all-state honors in cross-country, basketball, speech, and golf. Russell placed second in persuasive speaking at the 2012 NSAA Class C2 State Speech Championships after finishing third the previous 2 years. And he has earned superior ratings in concert choir and trombone trio at the NSAA District Music Contest. Ladies and gentlemen, Russell Heitman. Next, we have Connor Kozacek of Ainsworth High School. Connor is a 4.0 student who participates in cross-country, play production, speech, and music. In play production, he is a 2-time NSAA NCPA academic all-state honoree and 2-time NSAA Outstanding District Actor Award winner. Connor was a member of Ainsworth's 2009 and 2010 NSAA Class D State Runner-Up Cross-Country Team and the 2012 NSAA Class C1 State Speech Runner-Up in Duet Acting. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Kozacek. Caitlin Coons of Stewart High School. Caitlin is a 4.0 student who participates in volleyball, basketball, track and field, play production, speech, and music. She has earned NSAA, NCPA academic all-state honors in volleyball, play production, basketball, and track. Caitlin is a two-time state runner-up in entertainment speaking, as well as a silver medal winner in drama at NSAA Class D2 State Speech Championships. Caitlin was a member of 3 state volleyball championship qualifying teams while finishing 8th in the high jump at the 2012 NSAA Class D State Track and Field Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Coons. Amy Miller of Norfolk Catholic High School. Amy is a 4.0 student who participates in volleyball, basketball, and track and field. She has NSAA, NCPA academic all-state honors in track and field, placing 8th in the 800-meter run at the 2012 NSAA Class B State Track and Field Championships. Amy has participated in the NSAA volleyball and girls basketball state championships while earning honorable mention all-state honors in basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Miller. Next is Cale Peterson of Arlington High School. Cale is a 4.0 student who participates in cross-country, baseball, speech, and music. He has earned letters in speech and band. He serves the school as a member of the National Honor Society, Future Business Leaders of America, Student Council, and Quiz Bowl team. In the community, he has been a Boy State representative and is a member of Salem Youth Group, 4-H, and Sons of the American Legion. Ladies and gentlemen, Cale Peterson. Grant Shin of Broken Bow High School. Grant is a 4.0 student who participates in play production, speech, and music. He has earned superior ratings in trombone solo, trombone trio, and concert and jazz bands at the NSAA District Music Contest. Grant has earned outstanding performance awards at the NSAA District Play Production Championships and received NSAA, NCPA academic all-state honors in play production and was a 2012 NSAA Class B State Speech Qualifier in drama. Ladies and gentlemen, Grant Shin. Our final recipient is Brenna Wakely of Lyons Decatur Northeast High School. Brenna is a 3.81 student who participates in volleyball, basketball, track and field, play production, and debate. She has earned NSAA, NCPA academic all-state honors in volleyball, basketball, and track. She is president of Future Farmers of America and Future Business Leaders of America and a peer tutor. Ladies and gentlemen, Brenna Wakely. Now, let's have one more round of applause for the 2012-2013 Believers and Achievers, the Future Leaders of Nebraska.
So there's a look at our Believers and Achievers for 2013, a terrific program put on by the Nebraska School Activities Association, honoring terrific athletes and students as well. We'll be back at the Devaney Sports Center. Highlights and stats coming your way.
This was a scary moment for Elliott Sadler and everyone at Richard Petty Motorsports. Thankfully, the folks at NASCAR have taken every precaution to ensure the safety of our drivers. And I hope you do the same thing when you get in your car. The Department of Transportation says distracted drivers are 4 times more likely to be in a serious accident. Buckle up, watch the road, and please do not text and drive. It could be the last text you ever sent. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Healthcare reform is bringing change.
And lots of it.
It won't be easy.
But one thing that won't change is our commitment to you.
We're Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
We live and work right here with you.
And we're here for the long haul.
Whatever changes come our way,
you can count on us.
Count on us to guide you on the road ahead.
To help protect your family and your future.
You can count on us to be there when you need us.
We'd like to say we have the good life in our state. And for more than 40 years, Nebraska Public Power District has kept the good life running smoothly for Nebraskans. We are driven to go above and beyond with a spirit to provide reliable, affordable electricity with outstanding customer service each and every day. Because in the end, we want to make the good life better for all. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, halftime of the Class C1 State Championship as the dance teams continue to perform, all even at 20 between Boone Central and Wahoo. Let's take a look at some highlights from the first half of action. Cardinals got out to that quick start. They were burying the threes early on.
Yeah, there's Henry from the corner against a 1-3-1. You can get corner three-point shots, and certainly Boone Central took advantage of that. Gentrup hitting that one, and you can watch Gentrup here setting up a teammate with a three. Koch hitting the three off the Gentrup assist. Then you look at Wahoo. Stewart from the top of the key knocks in the three. And then I really think Abbott has to get going. You'll see two strong athletic drives here. They're in a transition, getting all the way to the rim. And coming back against a 2-3 matchup, turns the corner, uses his body control and athleticism to knock it in for the game. Boone Central 7-19. I think the real difference is the three-point line. 5 of 10 certainly took advantage when the opportunities were there. 1 of 6 from the foul line, certainly an area that they need to improve on. And if you look at Wahoo, 8 of 20, 2 of 7 from the three. Only got to the foul line 4 times. Look to be more aggressive against that 2-3 zone, try to get to the foul line. Both teams did a very good job taking care of the basketball. 3 turnovers for Boone Central and only 7 for Wahoo.
Maybe a surprise in the rebounds as well. Wahoo out-rebounding Boone Central 18-8 with all the size and sight.
Yeah, it's a great point, and against a 1-3-1, you can get some offensive rebounds. Right. And I think the aggressiveness of Bremner with picking up 2 fouls might have changed his aggressiveness going to the offensive rebound. Maybe look for him to have an impact on the glass in the second half.
Getting ready for second half action of the C1 title game. Boone Central, Newman Grove, Wahoo all even at 20. We'll be back at the Devaney Center in just a moment.
I had 29 students in my class.
We've been together since kindergarten.
High school, 4 years of growing up.
Growing together. Senior year.
I am done with school.
I'm invincible.
They don't understand me.
Forget about it. Let's have fun.
I had 29 students in my class.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
NET Sports coverage of the 2013 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. The Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers, growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. Count on us to be there when you need us. Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, Wahoo and Boone Central, Newman Grove. We are at half of the Class C1 State Championship, all even at 20. And a story of what happened in the first period and then what happened in the second, because Boone Central, Newman Grove, the way they're hitting the threes early, hit their first three, took the big lead. Wahoo managed to hang around and then get back in it.
Yeah, Boone Central's attacking Wahoo 1-3-1 the right way. They're trying to spread it. They're trying to get to the corner, take threes, and they're 5 of 10, which is the reason why they're ahead. Now, you can't live by the three. You have to find other ways to score. As you mentioned, offensive rebounding, maybe an area to pick up a couple baskets. For Wahoo, I think they have to get more steals out of their 1-3-1 and get them into offense and then settle in and attack the 2-3 zone with the drive. I think Sheep had a pretty quiet half, and I think Abbott had a pretty quiet half. Look for those two to be more aggressive, trying to draw fouls, get themselves to the free throw line, and try to get in the paint for easy scores.
Sheep and Abbott, the two leading scorers for Wahoo, averaging both better than 13 a game. Boone Central, Newman Grove, they came in led by on the year Headland, who has an average of 14, and he really got off to a quick start, did Headland. but the team got out to a quick start, but haven't seen much from their leading scorers as well in terms of averaging 14 a game. He's got 2. So Boone Central Newman Grove comes in at 23-6. They got a late start to the season. They are another one of those teams that went deep into the state football playoffs, actually played for a state football championship, only practiced 4 times before their first game, and got off to a really slow start on the season. They lost their first 2 games to Hartington Cedar Catholic, Columbus Lakeview. I guess as a school, that's a problem you love to have.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Practice obviously is important in the game of basketball. Very complex, and certainly you see a lot of teams that are in the state boys basketball tournament that have had success in football. It just speaks to the athleticism of their group of kids, and Boone Central played a very tough schedule, and really they're playing their best basketball at the end of the year. And a couple other stats to keep an eye on. This has been a low possession game for the most part. So free throw shooting, I think, becomes paramount to take advantage of those opportunities. Boone Central was 1 of 6 and Wahoo 2 of 4. So the team that takes advantage of free throw line and probably commits to less turnovers in the second half is probably the team that's going to cut down the nets for the C1 title.
Right now, Wahoo with 7 turnovers. Boone Central Newman Grove with 3. With another coach, here's Brandon Axelman.
Coach, Boone Central Newman Grove hit 5 of 10 3-pointers that first half, 15 of their 20 points from outside the arc. How do you slow that down this half?
Well, we just got to do a better job getting to the shooters. I thought our wings went too high at times and exposed that shooter on the wing. We got to make sure we don't go as high and get to him in a hurry.
Coach, 2020 tie, Class C1 championship, an undefeated season on the line. What did you tell your guys at halftime?
We just got to play our game. We want to speed the tempo up a little bit. We want to get them playing a little bit faster. We got to be the aggressor, and I'm not sure we were that first half.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, thanks very much, Brandon, and a great point by Coach Sheaf that you saw them start to become the aggressor late in that first half. The drives by Abbott, both key to that, really starting to push tempo a little bit. Expect to see more of that in the second half?
I really do. I mean, that's their bread and butter. They don't have an inside presence. They live and die with dribble drive and attacking the rim, and those 2 players, as we mentioned, Sheaf and Abbott, have been the catalyst of their offense, and I think they'll be in the second half. Can Boone Central control the tempo and continue to execute against a 1-3-1? Watch for those 2 things as this third quarter plays out.
So this is the Class C1 state championship between Boone Central, Newman Grove, and Wahoo. Let's take a look at last year's state championship showdown in C1.
It was a game that went down to the wire between Boys Town and Wahoo in last year's Class C1 championship. Max Cook scored all of his 13 points in the first half, while Casey Brown led Wahoo with 14 points on the night. The Warriors went into halftime up 29-25. After the break, Brown nailed 2 threes to extend the lead to 10, but Boys Town wouldn't go away. Senior Devon Watts led the Cowboys charge, putting up 13 of his 20 points in the fourth quarter. Boys Town defeated Wahoo 58-55 to win their school's 7th state championship.
And there's the team that's back once more this year, the Wahoo Warriors, replacing Max Cook, who is a super state player for Wahoo, for the Warriors. But back here again, they find themselves and playing for another state championship, and many of these same kids on that team last year that was here at the Devaney Sports Center. So ready to get underway here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Second half action between the Cardinals and the Warriors. Warriors looking for an unbeaten season. They come in 28-0, trying to complete an undefeated 29-0 season with a state championship. It would be Wahoo's first state title since 1998. Foul called right away. And the foul called on Tyler Headland. Second foul on Headland. Into the game now, Jake Sheaf coming in for Ben Sheaf, who's walking a bit gingerly right along that sideline.
Yeah, it looks, based on the injury, it looks like an ankle kind of rolled and fell down a little bit. Hopefully he'll be all right. Big part of Wahoo's season to have Sheaf on the floor.
See Boone Central Newman Grove in that 1-2-2 press coming out. Work by Wahoo. Sheep along the baseline, double team.
Yeah, short corner, trying to skip it. Nice attack.
And the turnover.
Devaney just has to be under control, maybe get in there and look to fire to the opposite wing or even shoot it once you get into the lane.
So back-to-back turnovers. We talked about the importance of the team that turns it over the fewest times. I think that's a stat to keep an eye on as Dan Zuha, the head coach of the Cardinals, has put his head down and shook his head.
Chief obviously walked off that ankle injuries, checked back into the game.
Chief drives hard to the basket. Partially blocked.
And that's what I expect to see more of, kind of catching it in that mid-post area, really looking to attack.
Quinn McGill the other way. McGill takes it, can't get the basket to fall. Rebound loose, picked up by Hunter Henry.
If I'm Coach Chief, I'm very happy with those last two possessions.
Three on the way is off by Carter Johnson. Goes out of bounds. Back into the game now for the Cardinals is Travis Kennedy. So some more size coming in. Kennedy at 6'6". That will give them Kennedy at 6'6", Bremer at 6'7". Now Sheaf pushes it up. Goes right to the basket, can't get it to go. Rebound Bremer.
Once again, Wahoo, all three possessions so far in the third quarter have been aggressive, trying to get to the basket. Normally the team that's the most aggressive will find ways to win games.
High arching three-pointer by Gentrup.
I've been really impressed with Gentrup. Where not only his three-point shooting, which obviously goes into the stat sheet, just makes a lot of guard plays, gets teammates shots, always puts the ball where it needs to go against the 1-3-1.
Gentrup 3 for 4 from outside the arc as that rolls around and in. Jonathan Abbott with the bucket. Abbott now with 8 to lead Wahoo. Three on the way. Hedlund is off and out. 23-22. Boone Central Newman Grove with the lead. She kicks it out, 3 on the way by Stewart, and that rattles in. Brooke Stewart with the three-pointer. Wahoo takes the lead. 25-23, third lead change. Good drive and a charge called on Hedlund. That will be his third personal foul. Hedlund, the leading scorer for the Cardinals. And so Hedlund will take a seat. Into the game comes Wyatt Mazur.
Nice job by Stewart, hitting the 3 on the offensive end and then coming back and rotating over, taking the charge, sacrificing his body for his team. Ball needs to be reversed.
3 on the way. Good hustle play. Strong backup goes Abbott, can't get it to go. Off of the Cardinals. Nice job on the offensive boards by Wahoo.
Yeah, you'll see Jonathan Abbott's athleticism. Right before that, it was a second attempt. Very quick jumper, was able to keep the ball alive. Wahoo's going to maintain possession.
pass, 3 on the way by Stewart, was off. Kicked outside, 3 on the way. Cook is off. Halfway through period number 3.
Keep an eye on that 3-point field goal percentage. Boone Central certainly had great success from the line in the first half, and now those shots aren't falling so far to start the second half.
Great bucket by Quinn McGill underneath, and he's fouled. Chance for the 3-point play.
A really nice job finding the low post player, McGill.
And a timeout called by Boone Central Newman Grove. Foul was called on Bo Bremer, and that would be the 3rd on Bremer. So Bremer, the big guy in the middle, picks up his 3rd to go along with Ty Headland, who also has 3 fouls. So the top 2 scorers, or 2 of the top 3 for the Cardinals in foul trouble. Both with 3 here in this 3rd period. The Wahoo came out doing what we said they needed to do, what you said they needed to do, which is attack the basket. They just weren't getting some to fall early, and then finally they step outside and they get the 3 by Stewart, and now it's led to some more opportunities inside.
Yeah, their offensive possessions have been very good. They've, they haven't finished everything, but they're being aggressive. They're attacking the gaps in the zone, and as a coach and as a team, all you can do is get good possessions, and I think over time shots start falling.
I want to remind you this NSAA championship game also being carried live online, so it's available on your computer, your tablet, smartphone. Just go to netnebraska.org/sports and you can watch the action online from anywhere in the world. 3-point play completed by McGill. Into the game, Kavan for the Warriors.
The Wahoo is going to extend their defense, looking to build on that momentum. Already see Wahoo's energy level is up. His offense, it's amazing how offense can dictate your defensive energy, but it really does.
Rebound underneath by Mazur. The 5'9" guy inside pulls it down. Good hard board by Henry. And the foul called on Jake Wilson.
Nice weak side rebound. Hunter Henry going up high, being a guard, being able to get on the offensive backboard.
Derek Gentry back into the game for the Cardinals.
Wahoo's done a better job of getting to these shooters in the corner. Adjustment Coach Sheep wanted to make, lower them. Not get so high, they weren't getting steals by the wings being higher, so they dropped them down and tried to take that 3-point corner, low corner shot away.
Good block shot last time up the floor. Tipped out, Wahoo runs down the rebound. 3 on the way by Abbott. Here comes Headland, he'll push. 3 on the way. Mazur is off. Long rebound. Off of Red, and it goes back to Wahoo.
Boone Central does play more than just their 2-3 matchup. They play a little man. It'll be interesting to see if Wahoo keeps attacking the zone. If Coach Zuha maybe looks to give his team a little more energy, picking up man-to-man.
Back into the game for Boone Central, number 2, Carter Johnson. Wahoo with 28-23 lead here in the 3rd. his own rebound, back up strong, and Ben Sheaf cleans it up. Wahoo on a 10-3 run, up by 7. Shot on the way by Chitra. Hunter Chitra.
Once again, a really great basketball play. Gentrup makes the pass fake to move the defense. Takes one dribble, gets into the foul line area, knocks the jump shot in. Big stop here. Boone Central could end on a little 4-0 run going into the quarter. Rimmer's on the bench. Certainly probably look for him to start the fourth quarter.
Shot off. Here come the Cardinals. Johnson into the corner. Henry hits the three-pointer. Hunter Henry. Back to within 2. And Henry on the turnover forces the action. And the Cardinals have it back.
And we talked about offensive success leads to defensive energy. Now it's turned around. Boone Central gets a couple baskets, only had 2 prior to the little 5-0 run. Now their defense is energetic. They're trying to get deflections, created a turnover there with the travel.
Inside a minute to go here in third period action. Kick back outside, 3 on the way by Johnson. Carter Johnson got the 3. It's a 7-0 Boone Central Newman Grove run. Sheaf drives hard to the basket. He got the lay-in. Wahoo back on top by 1. 32-31. Wahoo on top. Hold for the last shot. Inside 10. There goes Gentry. Kicks outside. Henry. Got it. Big 3 by Henry. At the buzzer. Got it. Ben Sheaf at the buzzer. Answers the 3.
There was a lot of scoring in 2 minutes. What a run. Both teams fantastic into the third quarter. Certainly energized this crowd. Big shot by Sheaf.
What a finish to the third. If that's foreshadowing, we're in for a good one. Come back to the Devaney Center.
Get involved in high school activities. For winter and spring championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
Growing more with less is the mantra of Nebraska's corn farmers, and they're using incredible technology to do it. Soil moisture monitors let them know when their crop needs water and how much. GPS systems eliminate overlaps in the field, saving fuel and money. New hybrids reduce the use of pesticides and increase yields. When you're talking new technology and innovation, Nebraska corn farmers are all ears. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
One more look right before the end of the third. Ben Sheaf fires it up. Got it right at the buzzer.
Great play. And that's why when you defensively, if you're coaching, you want them to catch the ball going back towards the inbound. Wahoo, nice job executing. Sheaf rolled down the sideline. He had momentum going. The pass was led. He was able to take that one dribble, get the shot off. And it's the small plays that make difference in state final games. And credit Sheaf for recognizing he had to sprint down the court and just having the ability to even get it close is hard, but putting it in is great. And sometimes coaches practice those scenarios.
There's your three-point percentage just this half. 11 points scored in the final 53 seconds. And that third period. And Hedlund hit the big three that we thought would end the third. Hedlund again, that's off the front of the rim. Here's Stewart the other way. Stewart, three from the corner is off. 35-34. Wahoo on top. Next to the big three by Ben Sheaf, right at the end of the third. And now the turnover. Nice save by Stewart. Sheaf has it. He goes strong to the basket, but he walks.
Yeah, both teams just need to take a deep breath and settle down. They'll miss 2 threes to start it, and a turnover there by Boone Central. Then Sheaf commits a turnover on the back end. So 2 possessions each way to start this fourth quarter. Take a deep breath. Everybody's excited with the flurry of points scored at the end of the third. Settle back into the game, look to execute.
Turnover on the steal. Abbott comes up with it. Now inside by Sheaf, kicks it back out. Good ball movement. Abbott's three is off. Three off the rim. So timeout on the floor. Things have quieted since the end of that third period. First 2 minutes passed with relatively little action.
Good timeout by Coach Sheaf, trying to settle his team down. Certainly want to maximize your possessions here.
Boone Central right now 9 of 20 from three-point range, and they're just 3 of 14 from 2. There's a look at Nebraska Governor Dave Heineman. He's wearing red tonight, which would indicate Boone Central, but you know he's a Wahoo-looking, right? I mean, he's from Wahoo. Hey, log on to Facebook.com/NET Sports and become a fan. Leave questions, comments, and see what's happening behind the scenes. Plus, find out what's coming up next on NET Sports. It's fast, fun, and easier than ever to be part of your statewide network. Just go to Facebook.com/NET Sports. I think we need to get Brandon over there with a microphone. Ask him who he's rooting for. Think that would be fair?
Get the Husker in on.
There's going to be a Senate seat open that he might want to be very politically correct for, right? 35-34, Wahoo on top. They turn it over. Probably carries Boone County.
Let's work. Go to work.
Inside 6 minutes to go in the game.
Not too high. Get back. Double dribble.
Foul inside called on Jake Wilson. Wilson's second foul. Just the second team foul on Wahoo.
Coach Zuhas went to more of a high-low attack against the 1-3-1. You'd really like to try to get maybe a post touch for Bremner here. Let him touch it. Nice job by Wahoo. Seeing a trap opportunity.
Chip on the shot off. And over the back goes Quinn McGill. So McGill will pick up his first personal. Team foul number 3 on Wahoo.
That's the second offensive rebound in this half on the weak side by Henry. Gets an extra possession. Both defense have really clamped down so far in the fourth quarter. It's been hard. Offenses get a little bit more passive as the game goes on. Nerves become a bigger part.
3 minutes in here to the fourth. We don't have a basket yet, correct? 35-34 after 3. Good defense by Wahoo. A much better job inside. Good move by Bremer. And the foul. Bremer with an opportunity for a three-point play. Foul called on Ben Sheaf. That's Sheaf's third foul.
Yeah, really good recognition. I thought it was important for Bremer to get a touch just because they have been struggling offensively. Go down where you have the advantage. Bremer certainly delivered with the basket, unable to capitalize from the free throw line.
Bremer's had 20 in the first 2 games. 11 in round 1, 9 in the second in the semifinals. 36-35. Cardinals have taken the lead back. Strong move. McGill flying in after the rebound. 3 on the way by Stewart. Got it. (38-36) after the 3.
Yeah, Brock Stewart kind of hovers in that top of the key area. Has capitalized on 3 opportunities from up there. His 9 points, certainly a big part of Wahoo's 38.
Foul called on John Abbott. Jonathan Abbott picks up his second personal. 5th team foul now on Wahoo. Gentrup now at the line. First one good.
Nice job by Gentrup. Boone County's kind of struggled from the free throw line. That's gets them to 2 for 8 for the game.
Wyatt Mazur back in. Gentrup at the line.
You see his stat line there, really solid, 14 points. I don't know how many assists. Throws him down with 2 assists. Very solid stat line for the junior.
Even at 38. 3:30 to go in the C1 state championship game. Sheaf with it, drives in, triple teamed out to Quinn. Right back inside to Sheaf. Good feed inside. Abbott with the bucket. 40-38. Wahoo takes the lead back. 3 on the way. Off the back. Long rebound, though, comes out to Hedlund, who will reset.
Boone Central's done a really nice job of getting on the offensive backboard in this half. We mentioned at halftime that might be a key stat.
Loose ball picked up by Kennedy. 3 on the way by Hedlund. Got it. Hedlund stepped up here in the second half.
Offensive rebound led to that 3-pointer.
Hedlund now with 8. He's 2 for 5 from 3-point range. We've had 10 lead changes in the game. Sheaf kicks it out. Three on the way. Big one again from Stewart. Stewart with 5 3-pointers in the game. 5 of 9. He's got 15 points. And Wahoo takes the lead back again. 11 lead changes now. 43-41. On one end, it's Hedlund. And on the other, it's Stewart. Knocking them down.
Yeah, this the start of the quarter was poor execution, turnovers, And now they've got back in a rhythm offensively, hitting threes, getting the ball inside. This game is going to play out down to the wire again. Another terrific state basketball game.
Largest lead of the game. Wahoo was on top by 7. They lead it by 2 now. It has been a back and forth game. 11 total lead changes. And both teams being very efficient from 3-point range. Boone Central Newman Grove hitting 45.5%. Wahoo 40%.
Both coaches have managed their foul trouble. Bremner only has 3. Sheaf was in early foul trouble in the first half, only has 3. So I think the best players for each team are going to be on the court for the final 2 minutes of action.
Good ball movement by the Cards. 3 on the way is off. Rebound tipped around. Pulled down by Alert, Missouri.
Another big offensive rebound for Boone Central.
1:30 to go. Wahoo up by 2. 3 is off. Tipped away. Here comes Kavan. To Sheaf. Turned over. 1:15. Wahoo still up by 2. 43-41. Cardinals a chance to tie or go ahead. With 1 minute to go and a timeout called by Dan Zuha. All 3 coaches on this Boone Central Newman Grove team have played at the state tournament. And all 3 now coaching in a state championship. 43-41, Wahoo on top.
You know that NET is Nebraska's home for sports, bringing you over 200 hours of the best high school and college sports action you'll find anywhere. So join the Sports Partners Club now and make sure that you can always come home to NET Sports. Log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and support this outstanding team of sports journalists and production crew. You'll receive invitations to special experiences throughout the year, like tailgate events, the annual preseason Sports Partners Breakfast, and live audience editions of Big Red Wrap-Up. Go behind the scenes with Nebraska's home for sports and become part of a winning franchise. Join the NET Sports Partners Club.
1 minute and 3 seconds to go here in the Class C1 State Championship. Wahoo on top, 43-41. Boone Central Newman Grove with the ball. Timeout called by Dan Zuha. Let's see what he drew up.
They're staying in this kind of high-low action. Certainly, you want Bremner to touch the ball. That's where your biggest advantage is at. Looks like they're trying to isolate him on the post.
45 to go. Very patient are the Cardinals looking inside. No shot, foul on the floor.
It's only the 16th foul for Wahoo, so
4th foul on Ben Sheaf.
Really nice job by, actually a really good foul by Sheaf. I mean, you can see right there, he was not going to let him go up. You know, very aware that that wasn't in the bonus. Look for Boone County to go back to the same action. They certainly want Bremner to catch it again. Chiefs in foul trouble with 4. You got to have a little urgency.
30 seconds to go inside to Bremner. Bremner strong up to the basket of the foul. Called down low. Foul on Abbott, and that will put Bo Bremner at the line.
A nice athletic catch by Bremner going up in traffic. There's a lot of things to play out here. You know, Bremner has struggled from the foul line, 1 of 7, but they've been close. I mean, he's been in the cylinder. You know, the other thing to look at is if he happens to miss one, they only have 14 fouls, so they're going to have to let Wahoo inbound the ball. If they don't get a steal, foul, and then the 3rd foul will send Wahoo to the free throw line. And, you know, with 24 seconds, there's not a lot of time. But they do have 2 timeouts, which gives you an advantage to stop the clock. So Bremner getting to the foul line with a chance to tie the basketball game with 24 seconds to go. You want the ball as a player, as a senior in this moment. You know, certainly Bremner, I'm sure, growing up as a kid, has put himself in this position before in his mind and practice, and it's a great opportunity to step up and knock two in.
Looks like we're headed for a great finish in Class C1. If you'd like a DVD of this game or any of today's NSAA boys basketball tournament games, just give us a call. 1-800-868-1868. You can relive this year's exciting tournament action for years to come. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. So Brimmer at the line.
Wahoo has to block out. You certainly want to pay attention to doing the little things in this situation.
This one from Brimmer is good.
Boone Central does have, I believe, 6 offensive rebounds in the second half. So certainly they'll be crashing hard because you really have nothing to lose.
Right.
Because if you commit a foul, you foul, and that just gives you a chance to have Wahoo take it out of bounds and sets your pressure. So look for Boone Central to really crash it.
Second one, back of the rim. Rebound, McGill, and the foul quickly by the Cardinals. So that's team foul number 4.
You look to get a trap, maybe a little hack trap where, an official might happen to miss a call. If they call you for a foul, once again, there's no harm done here. Nice job by Wahoo, breaking the pressure.
Stewart brings it up, but he's fouled right away. So 5-team, make it 6-team fouls now.
Now your strategy, if you're Wahoo, is you want the ball to be inbounds to your best free throw shooter, your highest percentage. If you're Boone County, you want to deny the higher percent shooters. Maybe let the ball fall into the hands of somebody that hasn't been to the free throw line in this game, or maybe hasn't shot a great percentage for the season. This is where scouting becomes a big part of the end of the game situations. And even at that, Wahoo is in the bonus.
Right.
So making 2 still makes it a 1-possession game.
Swatted out of bounds by the Cardinals. 19 seconds to go.
I always think the sideline is a hard place to inbounds the ball, just because you're kind of landlocked there. They put Brimmer on the ball, which makes it hard to see.
Foul right away on Brooke Stewart. So Stewart will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
Certainly the player that's had the hot hand in the second half in Stewart is going to go to the foul line.
He has not shot a free throw yet today. Owen McGill was money yesterday down the stretch. He was 8 for 8 from the line in the semifinals for Wahoo. And here's Brooke Stewart.
Boone Central wants to make sure they box out.
Got the roll. And here's that big 3-pointer by Stewart. And that gave the Warriors the lead. As Stewart finds himself right back at the line.
Big free throw here, stretches it to a 3-point lead.
Coach Sheaf says he's got a great basketball IQ. One of our leaders out there. A quick timeout called by the Cardinals. They get it into the half court. Hedlund takes the timeout. 15.2 to go, down by 3. And so now it's up to Dan Zuha and staff, Roger Gentrup, Matt Rudloff, Arnie Johnson, to draw up this play here and get somebody breaking free for the 3-pointer.
Yeah, still enough time to take the 2.
Yep.
Depends on what the coach's strategy is. The 3-point line's been very good to Boone County. 5 in the first half, 5 in the second half, 10 of 24 for the game. So if that's available, you certainly want to take an open 3. If not, look to attack, make the 2, foul, and then extend the game. 15 seconds is a long time. It'll be interesting to see what shot Boone Central looks for on this possession.
Well, I want to remind you, coming up next in Class B, South Sioux City and Scotts Bluff. It's a rematch of last year's Class B championship, and I can tell you neither coach thought they would be back in this position again. Both lost key components to last year's title run. And it's coming up after this game, the Class B state championship, Scottsbluff and South Sioux.
Yeah, you're certainly predicting the Omaha South, Omaha Central rematch if you're going to call a rematch in the final. South Sioux City and Scottsbluff was quite a surprise. But
not one of them. That's right.
For those kids. Here you are.
10 to go. Shot 3 on the way is wrong. Rebound, the quick foul. And they foul Tyler Cavan. Cavan comes down with the rebound.
Still a lot of game left. Wahoo's in the bonus, 1-1. 7 seconds is eternity to get the ball up the floor. Look for a 3-point shot.
So 1-1 now for Cavan. The first one is critical. Off the back of the rim. Rebound, Boone Central with a quick timeout. So Dan Zuha takes the timeout. Chatted over with the staff and players. 7 seconds, plenty of time to get it up court. Make it 5.6 now.
Yeah, plenty of time still. It'll be a spot throw, which makes it more difficult. You want to put a tall player on the ball if you're Wahoo. The strategy becomes, do you foul? A lot of coaches believe under 7 seconds, you foul, put them on the free throw line, and it takes that tying 3 out of the hands of the offense. Some coaches don't practice that. They elect just to play it out. It'll be interesting to see what strategy Wahoo implements here.
Well, join the conversation with us on Facebook at facebook.com/NAT Sports. Love to hear your conversation and exciting comments on the finish of this game, the Class C1 state championship. Coming down to the wire, 5.6 to go. Boone Central, Newman Grove down by 3. Need a 3 to tie it.
Wahoo's elected not to put anybody on the ball.
Yep.
They're going to play center field. The thing you don't want to do is foul a Boone Central player in the act of shooting. So that was discussed by Coach Chief in the timeout.
Ball loose. Will they get the shot off? They do, and it's on. And Wahoo has won the state championship in Class C1.
Another fantastic game, fantastic finish. The defensive pressure caused a deflection, which really, forced the ball to go backwards, which was effective in taking time off the clock. And then Boone Central really never gathered and had an idea how much time was left, and kind of desperation shot to lead the Wahoo state title.
So for the first time since 1998, the Wahoo Warriors taking the trophy back to Wahoo.
Behind the outlet, Nebraska Public Power District is passionate about preserving and restoring Nebraska's resources. Whether rescuing fish during canal repair work, protecting avian species on the Platte River, or complying with all environmental standards at our power generating facilities, we actively balance our environmental responsibilities with meeting Nebraska's ever-changing energy needs. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
NET Sports coverage of the 2013 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By the Aurora Cooperative, Innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. Nets coming down at the Devaney Sports Center. The Warriors are state champs, finishing an unbeaten season, 29-0. And now for medal and trophy presentations and also a special award, we go to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger.
The Nebraska Coaches Association, the Nebraska Athletic Administrators Association, and the Nebraska School Activities Association are proud to support the positive aspects of high school athletics. Good sportsmanship is a key factor in our philosophy, and at this time we are pleased to present the Class C1 and D2 Sportsmanship Awards. The trophies are graciously donated by Awards Unlimited, and the Sportsmanship Award program is underwritten by the Nebraska Independent College Foundation. Making the presentations are Nancy Kindig Malone of Fillmore Central High School, representing the Nebraska Coaches Association, Bruce Parrish of Hyannis High School, representing the Nebraska State Athletic Administrators Association, Kent Hawley of Mitchell High School, representing the Nebraska School Activities Association, and trustee Mark Schulmuller of Lincoln, representing the Nebraska Independent College Foundation. The Class C1 Sportsmanship Award winner is Wahoo High School. Receiving the award are students and staff of Wahoo. Congratulations, Wahoo High School. The Class D2 Sportsmanship Award winner is Spalding Academy. Receiving the award is the Knight basketball team. Congratulations, Spalding Academy. And now, the Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green and Board of Directors Jay Beller from Battle Creek, and Dr. Bob Resnicek from Boys Town, and U.S. Bank Representative Jeff McEwen. Here are the awards for Class C1 runner-up, Boone Central Newman Grove High School. Well, head coach Dan Zuha and your assistants please step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 4, Pierce Koch. Number 10, Colton Pelster. Number 20, Wyatt Mazur. Number 24, Zach Glidden. Number 30, Travis Kennedy. Number 34, Austin Zuha. Number 40, Luke Johnson. Number 44, Halleck Lehman. Number 50, Alex Hayes. Number 2, Carter Johnson. Number 12, Hunter Henry. Number 14, Derek Gentra. Number 22, Tyler Hedla. And number 42, Bo Bremer. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Boone Central Newman Grove High School. And now to the champions from Wahoo High School. First, head coach Kevin Sheaf, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Number 11, Cole Peterson. Number 15, Jake Shee. Number 21, Preston Raymond. Number 24, Josh Langmeyer. Number 30, Jake Wilson. Number 31, Brandon Zatoka. Number 32, Trevor Hedges. Number 34, Dalton Lamprecht. Number 42, Colin Nedrikal. Number 3, Ben Shee. Number 4, Brooke Stewart. Number 5, Jonathan Abbott. Number 23, Tyler Kavah. Number 25, Quinn McGill. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2013 Class C1 NSAA Basketball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Wahoo High School.
So the Warriors of Wahoo win the state title, finished the season 29-0. It's an unbeaten championship season, and back to Wahoo with the trophy. They go. First time since 1998, and after that phenomenal run of Wahoo teams and programs have passed, what a tremendous feeling it must be for that community to get back on top once again after finishing runner-up last year, coming all this way and losing by 3 to Boys Town, and this year taking home the championship trophy. Brandon is backstage with the runner-up coach, Dan Zuha.
Coach, first off, congratulations on a great season. You gave it a great run. The number 7 seed, you knocked off the number 2 and the number 3 to get to the state finals. Talk about the season and how you got to this point.
Well, we got here because of a bunch of kids that wanted to work hard and were committed to what we were doing. We started off a little bit slow this year. You know, obviously we wouldn't have traded that football experience for anything, and these guys did everything that we wanted to do and that we asked them to do to step right into basketball, and they didn't flinch. And so to get to this point is the commitment of a bunch of young men that did what we wanted them to do. It's just pleased to be able to be surrounded by a great bunch of kids and a great bunch of coaches.
Well, Coach, this is your first trip to the state title game for this tournament. You already got them into the finals. And what does that mean for the school that you made it this far in just its first year?
Well, it causes a lot of excitement with our school and our towns. You know, we've got Albion and Petersburg and Newman Grove, and it causes everybody there and our families and friends and students a lot of excitement to get to this point. And so it's an amazing run, and you always wish it'd end up a little bit differently for your kids. But I told them at the end of the game that they've never ever disappointed us all year. They've done everything that we've asked them to do, and to remember those things it's a life lesson. You know, sometimes you don't get everything exactly like you want it, so you just got to go with it.
Coach, congratulations. Thanks for the interview, and it's a great season.
Hey, thanks a lot. You're welcome.
All right, thanks very much, Brandon, and thank you to Dan Zuha, his team finishing with the runner-up trophy and taking that back to Albion, Petersburg, and Newman Grove. When we come back, highlights, stats, and we'll eventually hear from the champs. Stay with us.
Get involved in high school activities. For winter and spring championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
You know, many years ago when I was about 8 years old, I got the opportunity to watch a box turtle behind my house lay her eggs. And watching that turtle go through all that effort, it just piqued my curiosity and I wanted to learn more and read more. My entire job is science. I want children to get connected with science and utilize the technology and the engineering abilities, because each one of us has the ability to change the world.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
NET Sports coverage of the 2013 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes, and by the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. Well, Class C1 championship now in the books. It was the Wahoo Warriors knocking off Boone Central Newman Grove in a terrific game. Down the stretch, Wahoo just made a couple more plays and ended up coming out on top, finishing that undefeated season. 45-42 was the final, and credit to Wahoo, they did what they had to do down the stretch, which is make some free throws.
Yeah, they were more aggressive to start the second half. I think that got them in rhythm. They got more aggressive in terms of offensive drives or defensive energy picked up. And once again, one or two plays separated this game. It could have went to Boone just as easy. It could have went to Wahoo, but credit Wahoo. They're the ones that made the plays, made free throws down the stretch, and taking home the C1 championship.
We've got a few of those games today, haven't we? Let's take a look at the stats. Boone Central, Newman Grove, Wahoo.
Yeah, if you look, both teams didn't shoot it great. 35% for Boone Central, 40% for Wahoo. Free throw line, I think Boone Central will look back and really left some out there. 4-11. You know, in a close game, those are hard stats to look at. 23 to 35 rebounds. Wahoo really dominated the glass, but I did think offensively Boone Central got some offensive rebounds that had big possession with points in the second half. Turnovers, both teams I thought handled each other's defenses very well. Wahoo, that's surprising, you know, with the height advantage going to Boone Central, having 18 points in the paint to 2. But credit Wahoo's 1-3-1 defense, really forced a lot of three-point shots. Boone Central did a nice job of making 10, but just wasn't enough to fall up short.
So that's the final. Wahoo wins the state championship. They take it back to Wahoo. When we come back, we'll hear from the champs.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
What inspired me to pursue a career in technology was the fact that I have kids. We need the internet. They wouldn't be able to do any of their research without it. It's really important for our children to think science and technology is important. I believe that all kids should look towards technology because that's where the world is going. Get involved in all of the science activities because all of that experience can lead you a long way.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
And welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, Nebraska, where we just finished our Class C1 matchup. Wahoo Warriors capped their undefeated season with a 45-42 win over Boone Central Newman Grove. I'm with the winning coach right now. Coach, you've been coaching for 12 years, your first undefeated season, your first state title. Describe what you're feeling.
Well, it feels pretty awesome. More than for me, though, I'm just so happy for the kids. They've worked so hard. They've been such a great group, and they're just a group of kids that I love being around. They compete, they get after it, and I'm just so happy that they get to hang their own state championship banner back in our gym. So,
talking about the kids, 2 of them are your sons, Ben and Jake. Talk about the dynamic of coaching your 2 sons.
Well, it's pretty awesome when you get to experience this with them. It's not always easy. There's some tough days, but it's been a pretty neat thing.
Ben's one of the seniors. There's also 5 more. Talk about the seniors you're going to be losing, the kind of group that they are.
Well, Ben's one of our juniors, but we do have 6 seniors, and our seniors are just awesome kids. I love them, and I'm going to miss them terribly. They have, they put us in position to be here tonight with their work ethic and their leadership, and they're just great kids. They're fun to be around, and they've done an incredible job.
Undefeated regular season. Talk about it, the highlights that brought you all the way to this point. It's not easy going undefeated 29-0.
No, it's definitely not. There's been a lot of highlights along the way. Get through the regular season was great. We really got tested hard in sub-districts and districts with Bishop Newman and Boys Town. And, yesterday we had quite a battle. Wayne had us on our heels, but just so proud of our kids that they were able to persevere. Give Boone Central a ton of credit. Well, what a great game. That's the way a state championship should look like. Neither team could shake each other. Both teams going toe-to-toe all night, and we just happened to admit, one more play than they did.
Speaking of great history, Wahoo has an amazing history in basketball, but they hadn't had a state championship since 1998. What does it mean to get a title back at your school?
Well, it's special. We've got such great tradition. So many great players have come from our school, and the kids see all the banners, and we embrace that. We're proud of that, and I know that they're just really happy to have one of their own up now.
Coach, congratulations on a great season. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back right after this. That was the winning coach of Wahoo, 29-0, Class C1 champions. We'll be back with some of the star players of the Warriors right after this.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
This isn't the sweet corn that humans eat. It's the field corn that most Nebraska farmers grow. And it satisfies the appetite of a growing world by providing livestock feed, renewable fuel, bioplastics, and much more. You can't eat field corn, but the economic impact of the billion bushels that Nebraska farmers grow each year is still pretty darn sweet. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
And welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. The Class C1 championship just got wrapped up. Wahoo Warriors, undefeated state champs. Right now I'm with one of the stars of the game, Benjamin Sheaf. Ben, there's a huge play that happened at the end of the 3rd quarter. Tell us about that.
I don't know. My brother had the ball. He kicked it up to me, and I saw the clock run down under 1, and I just chucked it up. I don't know how it went in. That was just a lucky shot.
Well, you won by 3, so it was a very important play that you were thinking heads up. You mentioned your brother. Your dad's also the coach. What's it like being coached by your dad, playing with your younger brother?
It's good most of the time. Sometimes it's a little hard, but good experience overall. Lots of fun.
Looking back at the beginning of this year, did you envision you guys going undefeated, winning the state title, or was this something you never even dreamed of?
I knew we'd be good at the start of the year, but I didn't know we had a chance to go undefeated. It's just unbelievable.
You're losing 3 seniors, but you got a pretty young team coming back. You think you'll be back here next year?
Hopefully we'll be back here next year. Going to take a lot of hard work, but I think we have good young players coming up.
Benjamin, congratulations. Thank you for the time. We're going to pass it on to your teammate now, Brooks Stewart. Stewart, you were at the line with 18 seconds to go. You made both free throws to give you the 45-42 lead. Can you kind of tell us what was going through your mind at that point?
I mean, I've been hitting free throws all year, and I'm just glad I could hit a couple more for us to get the win because they were 2 big free throws to put us up by 3 because they could have easily came down and hit a 3-pointer to beat us or to tie it, so I'm just glad I could make those for the team.
On top of those big free throws, you also had some big threes. You went 5 of 9 from behind the arc tonight. Is that kind of a normal day out for you, or were you just kind of all up on adrenaline?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a normal day out. I've hit a few threes this year, but my teammates just gave me good looks, and I'm just glad I could knock them down in the game and get us a win.
You're a senior. What does it mean going out on a note like this high?
It's a great feeling. I mean, as a little kid, you always dream about being in the state tournament, state championship, but for it to actually be here, it's just a great feeling.
Brooke, congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
To pass it off now to Jonathan Abbott, another senior on this team. Jonathan, how's it feel holding something like that, bringing that home to your school, undefeated?
Oh, it feels great because we've been working so hard in the off season in the weight room, and we do extra stuff by shooting and going to all those camps in the summer, and it's just a dream come true.
Talk about the camps and all the hard work you put in.
We go to 5 or 6 camps every summer, and we just try as hard as we can because we had a lot of injuries this summer, and we didn't know exactly how good our team was going to be because we had a lot of sophomores and freshmen playing at first. But everyone stepped up big, and we got it done.
So were those camps you took mandatory, or was that just kind of your team deciding you want to be better than normal, you want to excel, and taking it upon yourselves to get better?
It's kind of mandatory, but then we kind of have to pay for them, so we choose if we go or not, and then we put in extra work besides the camps also.
It's my understanding you're a two-sport athlete as well. You're going on to play football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great to have a state championship in one of the 2 sports because we knew we could have did it this year in football, but it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to be, and having the experience from last year, since we had lost only 2 seniors, we knew that we could do it this year.
Jonathan, congratulations on a great season. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
Those were the stars of the Class C1 Championship Wahoo Warriors, an undefeated 29-0 season. We'll be back to recap the game with highlights and stats right after this.
Texting, turn it off. If driving isn't worth your full attention, what is? A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Behind the Outlet, Nebraska Public Power District is exploring solutions to energy challenges today and tomorrow. Teaming with UNL, we are researching irrigation and energy efficiencies, ethanol and byproducts for livestock feed, renewable energy and clean air technologies. We are committed to providing Nebraskans with affordable, sustainable energy while investing in innovation for generations to come. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
NET Sports coverage of the 2013 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. And by the Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers, growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. So back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, putting a wrap on the Class C1 State Championship, the Wahoo Warriors, for the first time since 1998, take home the state title. And it's hard to believe it's been that long ago that since Wahoo won a state championship. I just think that the history and the tradition and the streak are all still in everybody's mind.
Absolutely. It was one of the most dominant runs in the country, not to mention the state of Nebraska. And how would you like to cap off your 29-0 season, and you're the only 4th team in school history to do it? You know,
right.
It's a tremendous season, but tremendous program. You know, Wahoo has been very passionate about basketball, and it certainly shows. And it's nice to see them back in the championship column with another state title.
I thought it was interesting what Kevin Chief said, too, afterwards, which is, you know, the players are very aware of it. They see the banners, they practice in the gym, they hear about the tradition, and it's just good for these kids to finally be able to hang one of their own.
Absolutely, and it's going to start another generation of young kids looking up at a more recent banner, and they know the kids that were part of this group. And like I said, it's I think the passion breeds itself, and you need success, and you need to crack through like Wahoo has done this season. And you know, Wahoo is going to be a fixture in the state tournament probably for more years to come.
Well, speaking of cracking through, that's exactly what Boone Central Newman Grove did. You know, Boone Central had never been here before. This was their first ever trip to a state tournament, and I think even that kind of step for a program can continue the whole success breeds success mentality.
Yeah, you know, Coach Zuha mentioned that, you know, you're bringing in several other communities into the Boone Central Newman Grove now, and to finish runner-up in football and now runner-up in basketball. You know, I think confidence is a big part of athletics too, and when your kids believe that when they step on the court or on the field they're going to win, I think that helps you take the next step as a program. And you've seen it all day today. Teams that have been here that maybe not had a chance to win in past years finally crack through and win that state title. And it's fun to watch. It's been a great day, great games, and certainly Wahoo was deserving of winning that game, but Boone Central was one player or one shot away from us having a completely different conversation.
So that's a wrap on the C1 title. Wahoo finishes an undefeated 29-0 year and wins the state championship. Coming up next, it's a repeat of last year. Scotts Bluff and South Sioux City going after the title. Neither of these teams expected to be at this point where they would once again be playing for a state championship, but they're here, and the Bearcats and Cardinals coming up next for the Class B state championship. That's all coming up on NET Sports. Be right back with you for another championship.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.